Our guest today is a major Hollywood star who has played roles in some of TV's biggest shows, including Sergeant Bill Brewster on Law and Order Organized Crime, Huck on Scandal, and of course, Guillermo Garcia Gomez on Weeds. Take a listen. And please give a warm ass welcome to Guillermo Diaz. Welcome.
What's up, guys?
I can't believe you're here.
I can't believe it either.
I am going to fangirl out on you so hard. I'm just warning you right now.
Do it.
I have been a fan of yours since 1995.
Wow. The good stuff, the good years
They've all been good, baby.
when the world wasn't falling apart.
Yeah, amen to that.
Yeah.
So we just watched a clip of you from Weeds. So let's start there. Did they name the character after you? They must have.
No, it was just another, typical audition that came my way, and the character was already named Guillermo.
That's
I was,
crazy.
yeah, I was just supposed to do like 3 episodes, and then I guess they enjoyed the way it worked out. They liked what I did in the character, and then I ended up doing, I think I did like 6 or 7 seasons or something like that.
The show
Yeah.
ran from 2007 to 2012.
Oh wow.
I feel like, I mean, those last couple seasons where they moved to New York, you weren't on until the finale, but I felt like you were on pretty much every episode when they were in California.
Right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I wasn't in the New York season, but yeah, and then I came back for the finale and stuff. I remember I had just booked Scandal, and I was shooting
Oh,
Scandal, but Genji wanted me to come do the finale of Weeds, and her and Genji Cohen and Shonda Rhimes got on a phone call to try to make it work that I could do both at the same time, because we had just started shooting like the second season of Scandal or something. And I thought, oh my God, these two powerhouse women fighting over me. It's just the way it should be.
absolutely. You played such a convincingly straight thug. How did you create that character? Who did you base it on? How did you come up with that characterization?
Fuck you, man. I'm straight. What do you mean? I'm
Of
not gay.
course you are.
What is wrong with you? With your gay ass tank top. Wait, which character? Guillermo?
Guillermo, yeah.
Oh, Guillermo. Listen, I grew up in New York City and Washington Heights in the 80s. So I think most of my life was pretending I was super thuggish and straight so I wouldn't get, you know, killed. So I just drew from that, yeah, it came very naturally, and not unfortunately, but in the beginning of my career, it was just thug after thug after thug. So I didn't have to dig that deep for Guillermo. And then of course it sort of became a little bit more when his relationship with Blanca sort of, got a little bit more interesting, and you could tell that they really liked each other, and that became a little bit more layered and complex, I guess, in a way. But in the beginning, I was just like, okay, I'm playing this drug dealing thug, and it came very naturally to me.
It's interesting that you say that your early roles were all thugs because the first time I ever saw you on the screen was in 1995 in Stonewall,
Oh wow.
where you played a trans woman. You played
Yeah.
La Miranda. And listen, I know that nowadays it's considered like uncool for cis men to play trans women, and I understand all the reasons for that. But you gave such a beautiful and sensitive performance as La Miranda. And I feel like a lot of queer people don't know this movie because it was very small, independent film,
Right.
but it is such a beautiful movie.
It's such a yeah, yeah. I was scrolling on Tubi yesterday, and it's on Tubi now. So if people out there want to check out it's the 1995 Stonewall, because
It's
there's
the
another
good Stonewall.
Stonewall, like like I don't know, like 6 years ago or something, another Stonewall came out, but it's not that one. But yeah, you could check it out on Tubi now. And yeah, my character was actually not trans. She was she was just a sort of living as a drag queen woman, but she didn't identify with as trans, but still, I hear what you're saying. Like nowadays, that could be sort of controversial if it's a someone who's not from, identify that way playing the character. But listen, I was a gay man, so I was a I think I did a pretty good job, and it was one of the best experiences in my acting life, I think, playing that character. And it was produced by Christine Vachon, who had produced Boys Don't Cry and Hedwig and the Angry Inch. She's like a wonderful like producer, and that was such an honor to work with her and Nigel Finch, who was a director from England. And it was an indie film. We shot it in like, I don't know, like 21 days or something. And I had never been in drag before. They didn't do any tests on me. They didn't try any makeup, or I think the makeup artist tried on like, or the hair person tried. He was the same guy. He did makeup and hair. They tried on like a couple of wigs on me, but that was it. The first time they put me in drag was my first day of shooting. So that just goes to show you how low budget indie guerrilla style this film was. And it was great. I could have ended up just, they could have been like, oh my God, this is terrible, he looks horrible, or something. But it worked out. And I think it sort of added to the grittiness of the film too, because the film is very, New York City and in that time in the 60s. And you know they had no money, the characters were poor. And so anyway, it sort of added to that. But I remember like hearing like Tu Wong Fu, like they did like camera tests and makeup tests and tried on different, all chemistry tests with the actors. And I was like, oh, we didn't do any of that shit. But yeah, I'm so proud of Stonewall. It was an awesome experience.
I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. It's a movie that I watch again like every 5 years, and I just think your performance, all of the performances in it are so good,
Thank
and
you.
it's
Thank
just a
you.
beautiful little film.
Yeah. And a
Uh,
fun little fact, I broke my hand like a week before shooting. So I shot that movie with a broken hand, and someone told me that they had, I think it was a director or producer, somebody I had worked with said they worked with an actor. I think it was on Kids, who broke their arm, and they were able to get a doctor to give them a removable cast. So I found a doctor that did that for me. So I would shoot my scenes and then put my cast back on and strap my arm. So that whole movie I did with a broken hand.
so
Can you
you were
believe?
in pain the whole time.
I was, yeah. But I mean, the adrenaline, I think, kept the pain at bay for the most part.
All right, so we have to get to Scandal.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to rush you through this interview because your career is just ridiculous. Like it's just like one hit after another.
I'm
Uh,
sorry about all the extra paperwork.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Your resume is like, like enormous. So, and that's not the only thing that's enormous.
Okay.
So,
You must have heard.
I'm imagining. So, Kerry
Thank you, sweetie.
Washington,
No, I'm kidding.
No.
diva, legend. What?
No, in a good
Tell
way.
me
I'm not kidding.
everything.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's it like working
So
with
we'll
the diva, the legend, Kerry Washington?
Oh, she was a bitch. No, she was amazing. She was the best. So great. What a great number one. On a call sheet, we're all like numbered on the call sheet, and she is obviously the number one, Olivia Pope. And her energy and her just professionalism and all that just trickled down to all of us. And it was great working with her. And that was another great experience. I auditioned, I think I auditioned once for the show, just once. And Shonda was in the room and the other producers. And then the next call I got was I got the role. But we rehearsed the pilot like it was a play, which is very odd because usually you don't do that. But it was such a wordy show and complicated and props and a lot of movement that they rented a space at Prospect Studios here in California for 2 weeks. So we rehearsed the pilot again. That's unheard of before we shot it. So I got to know all the actors like Carrie and Katie and Tony Goldwyn and just everyone, very well before we started shooting, which was really nice to have happen.
Compare your experiences of Weeds versus Scandal. Like, which one's more fun, which one's more difficult, who's got the better craft services, who's got the hotter extras. Like, give us some good tea.
Well, Weeds definitely had the hotter extras because they were all cholos. Um, cut to me like being on set and being like, I want to fuck all of you. Um,
Nice.
listen, there were two very different experiences. On Weeds, I was just a recurring character, not just a recurring character. So I would sort of come in and do my stuff and then go away. And on Scandal, I was there literally just every, 5 days a week, sometimes a little less. So they were just two very different experiences in that sense. They both had great craft services, which is very important,
I
if you
would
know.
think it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. But
I'm a
listen,
Jew. The food is very important to me.
I mean, listen, all I can think about right now is what I'm gonna eat next. So,
Same. I'm really hungry right now, actually.
are you hungry, Steve?
Okay.
But also you listen in the two shows had these wonderful like these wonderful female leads in the roles. So I felt super like privileged and just fortunate that I got to work with these two powerhouses on both of these shows. Mary Louise Parker is just so stellar and wonderful, and so is Carrie. So I got really lucky that way. And I got really close to Mary Louise Parker, which was I wasn't expecting, and that was like a really nice treat. She really took me under her wing and was really kind to me and generous, and yeah, so I feel really, really lucky.
They both, I mean, you're at home watching TV and oh, sorry, you sort of concoct a fantasy about who these people are in real life. They both seem awesome.
Yeah.
Who's more fun to like have a girls' night with? If you had to pick one.
Well, I know Carrie better because I spent so much more time with her. So I would say probably Carrie. But listen, I wouldn't turn my nose up at spending the night with Mary Louise and smoking a joint.
Yeah, she seems dope.
She's a blast too. Yeah, she's great.
I've always loved her. I've seen her on stage and like
Yeah,
just watched her whole career.
me too. Me too.
All right, I'm gonna get a little serious with you. You were in Half Baked with Dave Chappelle in 1998, and you were on several episodes of his Comedy Central show. What do you make of his recent targeting of trans women in his material? His last few specials, he's gotten really like dark, in my opinion,
I
and
know.
like just gone after this community. What do you
Yeah.
make of it?
I make I think it sucks. I think it sucks. I think he should just like why? Like he's so brilliant and intelligent and talented. I'm like, why did you have to go there? It's like he's punching down in a way. And I think he thinks it's witty and funny, but it's really not, especially if you're part of that community or the LGBTQIA plus community. And it really sucked. It made me really sad. But also like while I was doing Chappelle show, I maybe it was a sign of the times, and it was it was the 90s, and I think it was the 90s still Chappelle show, right? Or was it
Yep.
early 2000s? Yeah, I think it was 90s, but there were always so many like just like degrading gay jokes in so many sketches, and even in Half Baked there's like a couple. And but I think I was just so used to it because that's the way the world was. And we grew up with all these movies in the 90s, like Teen Wolf. And I was watching a movie the other day. I forget Monster Squad, I think it was. And the amount of times that they say, the F word and all, it's just, and that's what we grew up watching as teenagers, right? And loving movies and wanting to be in the movies and then hearing that and being like, oh, why? But you just kind of like accept it after a while. And I think that's what I was doing during Half Baked and Scandal. I was just like, well, that's just what it is. Um, but yeah, hearing I didn't watch the latest one. I'm done. I'm done with him.
Just a correction of myself. The Chappelle show was 2003 to 2006. I thought it was
Oh
earlier
shit.
than that too.
Okay,
Do
yeah.
you,
So I mean, it was still early on, yeah.
did you feel like you knew the man? Like, did you consider him a friend?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, we shot Half Baked for 2 months in Toronto, so I spent a lot of time with him. We were all on location, so it's not like you're shooting, in LA when everybody just goes back home. We all would just go back to this hotel and then hang out afterwards. So I got to know him, and he was really kind to me. And I met a guy in Toronto while I was shooting Half Baked who became my boyfriend while I was shooting the movie, and he met him, and he would be on set all the time, and Dave was really nice to him. And but yeah, so it sucks. Yeah, it really does. It's kind of like seeing. I was just reading the stuff that like Selma Blair said about some of the
We
recent
just talked
events.
about that before
Oh,
you
you
joined
did?
us.
And
Yep.
Yeah.
Kristen Chenoweth, and I'm like, really? You too? Ugh,
It's so
Sucks.
upsetting.
so
And
annoying.
what you were saying about the gay jokes, like I can handle some gay jokes. Like some gay jokes
Yeah,
are funny, and if they're said by our allies and they're coming from like a loving place, that's fine. My
yeah.
problem with Chappelle and the trans stuff is it doesn't first of all, they're not funny jokes
No,
at
they're not
all.
even funny. Yeah,
And he's a genius, so
yeah,
he knows how to be funny.
yeah,
And they don't seem to be coming from any kind of good place. They just seem to
yeah.
just be like attacking. And my theory, I don't know the man, I've never met him. My theory is when someone has such a problem with one group of people, it's because they secretly really desire them. I think he really wants to fuck a trans woman
Yeah. Maybe. I
and
mean, I wouldn't
and
be
can't
surprised.
handle the fact that he does.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wasn't that the case with Eddie Murphy? Remember the whole Eddie Murphy thing?
Oh yeah.
I recently saw an interview with him during that time, and he was like, I just picked her up. She needed a ride, and I was like, girl, who's picking up like a woman on the street at 4 in the morning because she needs a ride? Like, come on, we're not that. Like, you really think people are that stupid?
T.
Ugh.
Guillermo, we have to play my favorite game, Ask Me No Questions. But first, I have to ask you about a new movie coming out October 10th on Apple TV called Dear Luke, Love Me, which was directed by an incredible director named
Oh,
Guillermo Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us
yeah.
about this movie.
Dear Luke, Love Me. It's a little a film full of heart that my friend Mally McCowan wrote, and she stars in the movie. It was a script that came across my lap like 5 years ago, and I came on to be a producer on it, and then a director dropped out last minute, and Mally asked me to direct it. We raised all the money ourselves on a Kickstarter campaign, which I did not want to do or didn't know how to do, but we did it. We raised all this money. We shot the movie in Richmond, Virginia. It's a really beautiful, like unique relationship story. It starts off as a platonic relationship, and then it turns into something more. It's one of the characters is queer, and they're figuring all that out. There's a couple of really beautiful animation sequences in the movie. So I got to work with an animator, this wonderful Latino animator named Hudson Garcia, who did stop motion animation in the film. There's wonderful music. It's a really like great film, I think. And yeah, it comes out October 10th, and I hope people check it out on Apple TV. It'll be on Apple TV first.
Was this your first time directing?
Yeah, it was. It was. I directed like a short little like PSA thing like years ago, but this is the first like feature film that I directed. Yeah, and it was the scariest freaking thing ever. With the scenes and doing the character work and acting stuff, like I felt super comfortable doing that, but then all the technical stuff I was kind of like a fish out of water and kind of figuring it out. And but I hired the first AD from Scandal that I had worked with for 7 years, and I was like, I knew I needed someone who was super, just experienced in that to be my right hand person. And I hired her, and she was a queer woman. Wonderful having her on set with me. But yeah, it turned out well, I think. So
How exciting. Well, congratulations, and we
thank
will look
thank
for that on Apple TV October
you.
10th.
Yeah.
Can't wait to watch.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite game where we fire ridiculous questions at you and you just answer the first thing that comes to your head. It's
Oh
called
shit.
Ask Me No Questions.
Ask me no questions like ASS.
ASS, like
Yeah.
Adam Sank Show.
I mean Adam Skank.
Yeah.
Adam Skank. Yes. Guillermo calls me Adam Skank, everyone. How original.
And Steve Chupasso.
Thank you. Chorizo gordito is what he calls me.
Chorizo gordito.
Yay.
All right, ready, Guillermo?
No, but let's do it anyway.
Of all the characters you've played, which one is most like your real personality?
Ah, Leo.
From
Party girl.
Oh, we'll have to watch it.
who is your secret celebrity crush?
Oh my God. So many. Ah! Did you guys see the show Ripley?
Yes.
The character that comes in that's like the friend that gets murdered. I think it's a trans man. I don't let's go back and look at who that actor is. But
I,
he's like a crush of mine.
Steve, Google that immediately so we can reveal it before the end of the episode.
He plays like the one of the main characters, like friends who gets murdered
I
by
know who you mean because I watched
yeah,
it, but I can't remember the person's name.
yeah.
Ripley person dies.
What makes you just do trans actor Ripley, Steve? You'll
Uh,
find it.
Oh.
What song makes you want to get your freak on?
Uh SWV week.
Don't know it, but I will definitely
I
check
get
it out.
so weak in the knees and
oh yeah,
Steve knows it, yeah.
I do.
What
Uh,
is your favorite gay movie of all time?
Oh man. Oh, these are so good. I really do love Brokeback Mountain.
Okay. I once wrote I
Steve
once
is,
wrote
I mean,
music
Adam is like, what, bitch?
I once wrote titles to a Brokeback musical. If they had made a musical about it, I wrote all the song titles, and
No way.
one of
Of
them was
course, I
called
picked
Spit.
no way. Oh, I love that I chose the gay movie, my favorite gay movie, and no one in the movie is gay. No one.
oh,
Well, there's a lot of butt fucking.
There is, but I think I mean, I love Heath Ledger and even Jake Gyllenhaal, and I thought it was a good movie.
If Huck from Scandal and Guillermo Garcia Gomez from Weeds had sex, who would be the top?
Well, you would think that it would be Guillermo, but I think Huck.
oh, where's the
I
bell?
agree. What do you consider the sexiest part of a man's body?
Oh man. If they're good, their feet.
Interesting. What is it about feet?
Well, it's not everyone's feet or any it has to like the it has to I have to be super attracted to the person, you know. Are you taking your socks off right now?
Oh,
Yeah. Oh shit. Zoop. You got to insert the sound of a zipper going down
Steve
in
and I
that.
once had a foot off online where we took
we
a picture
did.
of our feet next
No
to each other
way.
and anonymously asked which one was better. I think I won.
I think I sent it to you, G. This a
Oh,
year ago,
yes.
I think I sent this
I
to you.
didn't realize that that was a like a contest thing.
Yeah, do you know who you picked? Because I remember who you picked.
I don't remember.
Adam.
No.
I win. All right, final question, Guillermo. If a genie could grant you three wishes right now, what would you wish for?
Really? I would wish. I would wish endless
I
lemon
I
heads.
personally believe
And such
Yeah.
as.
that US
Endless lemon
Americans,
heads. Forever for the rest of my life, free lemon heads.
Oh,
Um,
love that.
I would wish that that well, I mean the obvious that we weren't in such a shit show politically and in environmentally and in this world. I would wish that John Lennon was still alive and him and Yoko Ono were president and vice president. And then my last wish would be that I would do a movie with Madonna.
Oh.
oh, those are good ones. Steve, your three wishes.
I wish for world peace. Let's see, for more tranquility in my life, which all three of you know is a little messy right now, and a job because I'm currently unemployed. Hello.
Same girl, same.
Mine would be bigger penis,
Uh,
uh, Democrats in all three branches of government, and no a reverse of global warming.
Oh, those are really good.
In
Yeah.
that order.
Really good.
So the character's name is Freddie Miles, portrayed by Elliot Sumner.
Uh,
Elliot Sumner is Guillermo Diaz's celebrity crush. You heard it
Wait,
here first on the Adam Sank Show.
is he trans?
No, he's non-binary.
Non-binary. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Guillermo Diaz, we will be looking for Dear Luke, Love Me on Apple TV starting October 10th. You have been a delight. Thank you so much for talking to us
Thank
today.
you guys. That
I
was
will
so fun.
continue to worship you from afar. Steve, please plug yourself.
I'm Steve Cesaro Medina on Facebook and Cub Mexi on Instagram.
And I am Adam Skank. Thank you so much. Subscribe to The Ass on dnrstudios.com. Don't forget to order your ass merch on adamsank.com. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky at Adam Sank, and on TikTok at Adam Sank Official. Email me at adam@adamsank.com. Don't forget to go to adamsank.com for all my upcoming shows and tickets. Happy October, bitches, and we'll see you next month. Mwah!
Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye.